Hi everybody, Mark here from ID.4 Reviews. Some really good news. The ID.4 is sat in front of me right now. So it's Wednesday today. We took ownership on Monday the 14th of April, and we've been spending a couple of days getting used to it, covering lots of miles, understanding all the bits that it does, and we've still got a lot to learn. Now, we thought lots of people do these videos during the daytime, and it shows the vehicle off very well in the daytime, but actually the vehicle really comes to life at night. There's some really nice features both inside and outside the vehicle that I wanted to show you today. So what I'm going to do in a moment is spin the video around, turn the lights off, and let you see the ID.4 of an evening. Obviously plenty more videos to show you it during the day. We do need to clean it first, but the inside is spotless, and looking forward to showing you next. Right, so here we are, lights off. Let me show you the ID.4. What we've got is a no keyless entry on the first edition. So because it's dark, I'm struggling to see the button on the remote to unlock the car. Here we go. So what we've got, lovely red bar across the back. You heard the mirrors come out on the side there, and we also got here is a cyclist warning for people coming through that the door might be about to open. So if we come inside, you can see that first off, you've had this covered already. The handle doesn't actually open, you just pull the lever behind it and the door opens itself. The lights all lit up, and you can see just how bright this is. I know I said the car was nice and clean and tidy, but clearly there have been some bits of rubbish left over in the last few hours. So in a second, I'm going to get in the cockpit, turn the engine on, and drive it. Just show you how simple this is. Alright, so as soon as I sat in the car then, the dashboard starts to come alive. This is going to start me up in choice about offline mode, online mode. So this is very much about whether we're going to use the SIM that came with the vehicle. To pull away, I'm just going to put my foot on the brake pedal. Okay, you see all the dash now start to wake up. Headlights coming on for me. Grab the rocker and roll that forward. The ID light telling me that we're all ready to go, and the headlights rebalancing. And then I'm going to move from the brake pedal onto the accelerator. The car's holding for me. I'm actually on a hill at the moment, and as soon as I move forward, that's me away. Right, now let's go and show you more of the car in the dark. Right, so I've parked up somewhere dark now just to show you the amazing lights that light up the dashboard, and even down into the footwells again, just to see that amazing pause and play buttons down in the on the pedals there. But it also extends down into the storage compartment here. So this cable came with the car. It's charging my phone that's in there. So if I take that out, what we've got in here is a storage box, again illuminated to the same colours as the doors. This doesn't have wireless charging. All the advertisements in other countries see wireless charging on this pad. We don't have wireless charging on the first edition. But just to show you some of the ways you can change the colours in here, so we'll just press the home button and select the background setting here, and what you see is a number of choices appear up on the screen. So if I just pan to the left a little bit and show you desire, then you can see the colours change, move into infinity. You also see that the buttons on the screen change as well. If I move to infinity, we'll see a more orange glow to that. So depending what mood you're in, the lights really do give you a fabulous mood lighting. So what I'm now going to do, I'll turn the lights on just by pressing the button up here. So what we'll do now is just show you. We've got 178 miles left on the tank, because it's showing you here. So what we'll do now is say I want to find the nearest charger. So I'm going to press the home button to bring up the main dashboard for the car. Come in here and say I want to search for a destination. What it's showing me here is a range of locations that I've been to over the last day or two, clearly driven by chargers here. And where I want to go is the charger here in Johnston. So now if I just turn back to the car, what I'm going to do is put my foot on the brake, roll this forward from D to B, and then watch what happens with the ID.4 light on the front. So you'll see this being used for navigation purposes too. And as soon as I take my foot off the brake and onto the accelerator, that's me now away. Right, let's go. So let's turn right now towards the charger. I know it doesn't quite say that on the dashboard. I'm going to pull out. Very smooth, no engine noises, no gear changes, and very, very responsive. The throttle pedal is such an easy thing to do. I keep changing my mind whether I prefer to be in a D mode or B mode. I'm guessing D is standard drive and B is more of a braking mode. So if I put this into a braking mode, it's more of the regenerative braking that we're familiar with in particularly in hybrid cars and electric cars. Obviously we saw that start in Formula 1 cars once upon a time. So as soon as I'm in B mode, as soon as I take my foot off the accelerator, which I'll do in a second, I've just got an oncoming vehicle. So as soon as I'm past that, I'm going to take my foot off the accelerator, and you'll see my speed drop very quickly. There we go. Foot back on, and on we go. So you can see very clear dashboard going on the left hand side, very clear satellite navigation. You can see in the centre as well, I've got an awful lot of information presented to me. Speed absolutely clear as anything in the middle. We've got the range. You might also see the green and the blue bars across the bottom. So when I'm accelerating, the bar moves more into the blue area, and when I do more of the regenerative braking, which you'll see in a moment, then that will drop back. You may have noticed that I was speeding. Sorry, Mr. Police Officer. So that's me back under 30 miles an hour now. But it flashed up a warning. It's an option you can turn on within the console here to move that alert front and centre to what's going on. So it's now indicating I should turn left here, and what you should see on the main ID light in a moment is the direction we should be taking. And obviously that's just straight on, so it didn't do what I thought that was going to show you. You'll see that as we come off the next exit. So what we're seeing on the dashboard now in front of me, we've got the sat nav on the right hand side. On the left hand side is the clever technology that we see in many of the self-driving cars that gives a really good indication. Just checking my blind spot. Gives a really good indication of the vehicles ahead of you. So I do have a vehicle just in the distance, but it's slightly too far away for the car to see it. So you'll see that in another video. I might do a special just on that, because there's so many flexible bits for that it's well worth showing you how the not necessarily the self-driving bits work, but the bits that really help as a driver assist to help you take advantage of that. So indicating to turn right now, and there we go. There's the ID light that I was looking for. So coming in from the left to the right to show that my next turn I should be taking is a right hand turn. Traffic lights always getting in the way of a good video. So what else shall I tell you? So you may notice that we've had a snow symbol come up on the dashboard indicating that the temperature is below 4 degrees up in Scotland at the moment. And there's me able to go. So saying just a short distance away now for the charger that I was at earlier today. I'll just press the parked button now if I'm bored of holding the foot on the accelerator. Again, you see the ID light just give me a little bit of a reminder. Foot back on the brake, into drive, and away we go. ID lights again telling me very simple instructions around what the car's doing for me. ID light's not just used for navigation and messages when you're starting the vehicle, but also incredibly useful for telephone calls and other messages that the car has got for you. Like, we've only had the car for a couple of days. We've not seen all the different alerts that it gives you. certainly things like the hello when you get into the car and the goodbye when you leave the car, very, very easy and straightforward. I'm really hoping I've not been speeding too much during this video. That's going to be somewhat embarrassing. There's an indication to turn right hand side, that my turns are right, that I wasn't paying attention to. Watching the road more than thinking about the video or the sound. Officer. So just coming through the town now, where our nearest fast charger is. So we've had a bit of a challenge with some of the chargers recently, largely because this is our first electric car. Never used them before, and some of the companies involved in helping you with finding your charger, Zap Map, has been absolutely brilliant. But once I found the charger, the apps that I've had have not been as reliable as I would have hoped they've been. There's a big thing changing in Scotland as the Charge Place Scotland changes its provider from the current provider to a new provider on the 1st of July. We're promised a brand new app that I think will make a big difference there. So ID.4 Light hopefully coming back to me in a minute. No, because I've reached my destination as far as the sat nav is concerned. So I won't take you to the charger. You don't need to see that. So yeah, I've got a lot to learn around the charging, but that was our short video just showing you what the ID.4 was like of an evening time, and as ever a super easy vehicle to drive. Just so many things are just taken away from your worry because the car is looking out for you. You absolutely need to keep your eye on the road and be paying utmost attention all of the time, but there's just little nudges that the car gives you if it thinks that you're not doing the right thing. Apparently there's some real big safety features which I'm not sure I really want to try, given that they involve you driving quite close to a vehicle in front, and again I think Mr. Police Officer might have something to say about that. So it does have emergency brakes. It's certainly I've seen a warning light indicating there's a potential collision, so it's really quite an impressive vehicle, but lots more to follow on that. As ever, look at our website id4.reviews. Any comments gladly received. We're keen to find the things that you want to learn about, and we're keen to tell you about them. So that's me. Thanks for watching. See you soon.